Storm fans, Bryant Cook. Today I am playing in the Magic Online Championships Qualifier. In the card above, you will find a video where I top-aided a Vintage Showcase Challenge, which qualifies me for this event. This event qualifies me for the MOCs, as I mentioned, Magic Online Championship Qualifier. This event is expected to be around 24 players, and winner gets invited to that event. I have to win it in order to qualify. That's what we're looking to do today. And you might notice that this isn't Paradoxical Outcome, the deck that I typically play in Vintage. So in that video that I linked above, that was my second time playing Blue-White PO to a 5-2 finish through the Swiss. So a total record of 10-4. And in those matches, I've rewatched them. There's actually very few wins where I win with Paradoxical Outcome that couldn't have been won in some other way. And when I lost, a lot of the time it's because I drew this four mana card that wasn't very good. So I mentioned this to a good friend, the Power 9, aka Justin, and Justin mentioned that they moved off of PO for that very reason, started playing Jeskai and Bug, etc. So they watched my videos and they agreed that PO is definitely the worst card in the deck. And I started wondering about maybe a PO list PO. Well, Justin recommended that I play his Breacher deck. And Justin shipped me his list, and it was good. I like Justin a lot. I respect Justin a lot as a player. I just wanted to make some adjustments. Justin's list was straight blue-black, no red. And instead of running red, there's a Days Undoing over Wheel of Fortune. Not a super big fan of that. It does pitch to Force of Will, but I think that's about the only upside. So Wheel of Fortune is a card I'd rather play. It also gets you Pyroblast in the board. Justin's running Mindbreak Trap, which I'm not a big fan of personally. Like, the card's fine, but it's not very versatile. It's actually only good in the combo mirror. So I'm not a big fan of that, where you can board in Pyroblast against Xerox, kills Lavinias, Teferis, etc. So with everyone running 4 Flusterstorm, Teferi started to rise, and Pyroblast beats Teferi. So I am a big fan of that. So that was one small change I made. In order to make that change, I had to cut the 3rd Underground Seed that Justin was playing in the 4th Urza Saga. Well, Bull also answers Narset and other Planeswalkers too, and Collector Oof. Justin has Fatal Push there, but Fatal Push doesn't answer Narset. So you do get a little bit more versatility out of the Red Splash, and I think it comes at a pretty low cost if I'm being honest. But you may notice there's no copies of MOCs Opal, so you do not get red from there. That was one of the benefits of cutting Paradoxical Outcome, in my opinion. But then we get the black tutors back. So if Urza Saga is often tutoring for Manifold Key, you now have your black tutors back to get Time Vault, which just means more free wins, more ways to get Tinker also. So just a big fan of that in general. But yeah, so this deck, instead of running PO, it's mostly a Hull Breacher plus Wheel deck. So you do have Timetwiser and Wheel, cards that, you know, have fallen out of favor in PO the last couple of years. When I first started playing Vintage, they were fairly stock and then quickly fell off with the introduction of Narset. That's the deck. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comment section down below, and I'll do my best to answer those. While you're down there, like and subscribe. Get us into that YouTube algorithm. It would be appreciated. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I should mention about this main deck. If you watch my previous videos, I mean, this isn't terribly different from PO. It is pretty much the PO main deck minus the core of the outcome. So you're not running outcomes and you're not running opals. That's pretty much it. Otherwise, it's the same. And we get back Yawgmoth's Will, which is a card that Justin isn't playing. Instead, Justin is running a few copies of Urza. I'd rather have Yawgmoth than Urza personally, but, you know, to each their own. In the board, my board's actually quite a bit different from Justin's. I'm running 2 robots. That's something that I've really liked about my last 2 showcase lists, is that I have a Tinker target for Bazaar decks, then I have a Tinker target for Shops decks, and I never have the wrong one in the wrong matchups, because sometimes the other robot doesn't fit well in the other matchup. Like Sphinx versus Shops is actually very bad, so I'm not running that. Tabernacle for the Dredge decks and Bazaar decks in general. I've really liked it, and it gets even better when you're running black tutors, because then you have a way to find it. So huge fan. Justin actually talked me into playing 3 copies of Needle, and I wasn't sold on this, but it's just been so good. It really shapes up your Bazaar matchups, especially in game 1, having a Soul Guide and 2 Needles. I have to say I've been impressed. Big fan. And I'm hoping that the Needles carried us some victories today. I've played Bazaar decks 3 times with this list, and I'm actually 3-0. So that's one benefit over the PO deck that I was playing. If you watched that last video, 100% of my losses were to Dredge. While that can still happen, this deck is certainly better against it, that's for sure. You have 3 main deck answers, and then you have, you know, more on the board. So, big fan. Let's see how that does today. And obviously you have your 4 copies of Hercules without white. So we're not running Prismatic Endings, so we do have to run 4 copies of Hercules Recall. I think I've covered the deck. Yeah, so if you'd like to support us in any other way, consider becoming a member until the end of August. We're almost there already. You get all videos early. So members, you know, if you want a sneak peek, that's where you go. You can also get access to our member section of the Discord, highlighted user profiles, and more, weekly shoutouts, that sort of thing. Our middle tier, you get 2 Cyborg Guides every single month on top of 50%. I can't talk. Yeah, 50% off donation decks. They're lovely. I'll show that card, that slide. I can't do it. A little bit nervous about this event. I'd like to do well today. But yeah, 50% off donation decks. And then our final tier, you get, what is it again? Oh yeah, a free donation deck every single month. You get early access forever. Go check that stuff out. All right, so take a deep breath. Let's just relax a little bit. TheEpicStorm.com/donation decks. 3 lovely tiers for you to sign up for. You can even join me in the Epic tier in a video to showcase your deck. Make sure to go check that out. We also have the Super tier where I will help make your deck better before I record it. And then our base tier is me just playing your deck. 2 of the tiers have percentages off merchandise from the epicstorm.com/shop, so go check that out. We have the epicstorm.com/shop. I've uploaded a bunch of Japanese foil Modern Horizons 2 cards. Go look at those. There's a Japanese Tolarian Academy if you're looking to build this deck. Help me get rid of it. I picked up a signed one. I don't need my unsigned one anymore. So go buy my Tolarian Academy. We also have a ton of cool card singles for the Epic Storm. Go check that out as well. And then, whoops, a ton of sweet merch. We have a brand new mini token pack coming out, which will have ooze tokens for Ave. Keep on the lookout for that. It's coming soon, I promise. Less than a week away. I hope. TheEpicStorm.com/shop. All right, I've butchered this intro. I just want a few minutes to breathe and relax before this event starts. I'll see you in match number 1. Hey there, welcome to round number 2. I was actually lucky enough to win round number 1 via the bye. So we are facing Kahara Works, who I think is most likely on BUG. Yeah, so we're gonna keep this. I mean, I like Misstep, I like Fluster. We can Mystical for Tinker. Once we get some more mana, I don't mind that. We can Needle on Wasteland as well, or Deathrite Shaman. So this hand's pretty good. Keep this. All right, so Misty. All right, I don't love the Black Lotus. Okay, well, our hand doesn't draw a card, so that's good. Honestly, I think we might want to look into winning via infinite turns. Just tinker for, what's it called? Time Bolt. Assassin's Trophy. Okay. Another Fluster. Interesting. So this Needle can stop the Narset from getting another card. I'm just gonna name Narset. And I'm gonna hold up the Flusters. Deathrite's fine. I don't really feel like that's what this matchup's about. Looking to draw more mana. Okay. Pretty good. Actually, I should probably tap the Saga. represents more options. Okay. So we know that they still have one Assassin's Trophy. They could trophy the Saga right now, and I Black Roof. That's brutal. Yeah. I don't know how I'm going to beat this now. I guess I have to draw a land immediately. So we're trying to win on the back of Saga. Alright, opponent has 2 cards. Really looking to draw a land here. Not great. We just have to pass, unfortunately. I don't think we're going to get this game won. Yeah. Going to 16. Alright, so we'll draw. Time Vault isn't super helpful here because of the oof. I think I'm supposed to just get the other needle. That's right. So I could play Time Vault here in case we ever answer the oof, but like our deck doesn't answer oof. So at least not in game 1. I think that they did this though because they're leaving open Force of Negation mana. I'm just gonna cast the Vault. This way, if I ever go like a Tolarian Academy, it taps for 5. Alright, what is it? Is it Breacher? No, Endurance. Sure. Okay. Taking 6 here. Yeah, we don't have a lot of time. Nope. Alright. Another Endurance. Okay, I'm gonna concede. Let's just go to game 2. Alright, so I definitely want Sphinx. I don't know if I want the wheels against Bug. Not sure how I feel about that. I definitely want the bolts. Probably the Pyroblast, and I definitely want Needle. Needle's primarily to name Wasteland, so that way your sagas can do work. Don't need this Hercules. We're at 65, which is quite a bit. What if we just cut those 3? Like, we saw Endurance, so I don't really want to play Will into Endurance. Now we're at 62. I wonder if we could cut a Fluster, but like they have a bunch of Force of Vigors. Could take out Citadel and just know that Sinks will beat them. Or like maybe a Breacher. Alright, let's try this, I suppose. Alright, we're on the play this time. Sure. Would have liked a Mox to accelerate this hand, but I'll take it. We have to lead on the Volk because of the Pyroblast. Like, ideally we would lead on the island so it doesn't get wasted, but I think this is just a play I need to make. Okay. Misstep was a great draw. So now I can go get Ancestral here. Alright. Wasteland. Which land will they go after? Is this an oof? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. So now they're probably going to try to destroy my volcanic island. Wonder what they'll target with the waste. Should I try to flash in Breacher here? Okay, so I'm going to be able to block the oof. Ambush Viper. Now I imagine that they're going to destroy Saga. Okay. Throwing the Narset back-to-back games is a little bit annoying. We do have Pyroblast, but we don't have a Fluster to protect it from Force. Veil of Summer. Okay, so we can take our draw here. Another Pyro. I think we just get Ruby here. And let's try to Pyro this. Okay. No Force of Vigor. We do know that the opponent has a Veil of Summer. Yep. Looking for a land here. That's brutal. Try to Ancestral, I guess. That hurt. Alright, at least we have some lands to play out this Pyroblast. Or, I'm sorry, this Narset. Once on 4 cards. We still know that one of them is a Veil of Summer. So they can Veil this, and they let it resolve. Leovold. Double Veil. Interesting. So they can cycle the Veils here. They let it go. I think I have to take a Bolt. So now they can play Leo backed by Veil. Yep. So I don't want to kill this Leo until after they've drawn for Narset because the draw won't do anything. Let's minus Narset. Probably want this Force. Well, actually, I know that they have double Veil. Okay. So they're going to draw for turn. Now we can Bolt. They won't draw a card off this because of the Narset. And now we can Mystical for Tinker. Actually, should I just go get Demonic Tutor instead? Yeah, I think I like Demonic Tutor because we can just Demonic for Key and not have to sacrifice an artifact. Alright, what do you have? Am I allowed to take an extra turn? Alright, so we've gotten game number 2 over Bug. Going to have to watch out for those Veil of Summers. Yeah, I don't think I want to change anything else. That was a very interesting game, to say the least. So Hull Breacher is certainly less good when we don't have the wheels in the deck, but it still stops our opponent's draw spells. As you saw, I got to Ambush Viper a Collector Roof there. I think it's still worthwhile. Friendly reminder, if you're looking to support this content, go to theepicstorm.com/donation decks. Submit your combo deck to be featured here on this very channel. It's a great way to support us, and we would appreciate it. All right, the third game. This seems fine to me. keep. Opponent took a mulligan. This is a turn 2 Tinker with misstep backup, which isn't super good, but maybe we'll hit a good draw step. I don't think I want to play out all the artifacts. Okay. Bolt. So part of me just wants to go Needle Waste. I'm just worried about Force of Vigor. I'm going to take a second look up recent deck lists. Okay. So looks like Kiara isn't on here. 1 Force of Vigor, 3 in the board. So there's a total of 4 Force of Vigor. How many Wastelands? 4 Wastelands. Yeah, I'm just gonna Needle Waste here, I think. And I'm gonna pass the turn. Technically, we can still turn 2 Tinker. Alright, so they're holding up Veil mana. I'd like to find protection before I go for it. Perfect. Okay, I think I want to play up the Jet. Alright, they're just passing. So I want to get the red source for Bolt, and then we can vamp. Alright, let's get Tinker. Okay, so that resolved. That's good. Trying to create a high storm count here. We haven't seen Wasteland yet, so I think I want to get rid of the Needle. Oof. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they have 4 Flusters in the recent list, so I can't be too upset. So if I Fluster back, they can pay for most of them. I just need to let it go. Yep. Alright, so they're at 4 cards now. Always punished. I'm just gonna try to kill the Death Right. Yep. Down to 2 cards. Yikes, we're in trouble. We have 1 card. Okay, Hull Breacher doing work as Ambush Viper this match. Alright, so 1 card versus 1 card. Urza Saga would have been such a good rip there. Come on, deck. There we go. No Force of Vigor. Come on. What I like to see. So we're just going to pass here, make a construct on their turn. We have double Fluster now to help protect from Force of Vigor. They're on 2 cards. Feeling good right now. Draw. Make another construct. What do we want to get here? I think it's just top. Okay. Feeling very confident with double fluster. It's on 3-2. Wow, they're flooding hard. It's multiple lands in a row they've drawn. I think I'm supposed to just... I don't know. So this is going to be for 6 now. So I could play Breacher. I could double fluster. Okay. Are they sitting on like Ancestral here? So now I can fluster this. And then I'll fluster again. If their last card is Hercules, or is Veil of Summer, it's going to be such a blowout. Alright, so they're going to go to 5. Draw the Narset that's on top. Play Narset. Yeah, I think we want Demonic. So Ancestral doesn't do it. They've already used one Hercules. Do they have a second Hercules in against us? Dig through time. Okay, that's a good one. Yeah, I cannot stop dig through time. Depending on what's in their hand, it could be like Tarmogoyf, Force of Vigor, and then they would be back in this game. This is the game that we had Tinker exiled encountered. Demonic Tutor. So they could get Force of Vigor here. That's what they're doing. They're going to Force of Vigor our constructs. Yep. Let's put them to 2. Minus Narset. Did we just win? I think we did. Get key. And this beats a possible fluster that's in our opponent's hand. Boom. Beat Bug. We're now 2-0. That was a hell of a match. Yeah, let's, keep winning, keep playing tight. Hey there, welcome to the 3rd round. We're facing Twinless Twin, who through Canister Stream has been revealed to be playing Breach. This hand seems fine. Just gonna try to get them with a quick Saga, I suppose. That's a channeler. Yep. Gonna auto yield to that channeler's ability. Build Gush. That's interesting. And the MOCs. Alright, well, they want whatever card's on top. Okay, so we're going to take a draw. Mana Crypt. I don't think I'm going to play out Crypt. No need to help my opponent kill me. But I will play out this Saga. Alright, so for all our opponent knows, we could just be like shops or something, but they probably know that we're PO. Or a PO-like deck. Breacher. Alright, so they're going to get in there. We'll fall to 19. And they're just going to pass. So now our Saga's live. So the question is, do I play out Mana Crypt to turn off a possible bolt? I think I'm going to. Also, this might give them PO vibes and they might respect something that they shouldn't. Channeler will not attack? Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, so now we make a construct. Excuse me. Let's auto yield to this. I lost the flip. I suppose we can take a draw before activating. Another MOCs. Okay, so I think we're supposed to get top here. I guess I could get Soul Guide to turn off Breach. I think I like that. Okay. So we can hardcast a Force now. I mean, it's not a play that I love, but it's available. And this threatens lethal next turn. Needle probably isn't very good in this matchup, so that's a card that I will be looking to side out. Their own Saga, okay. So they definitely have to chump with the Channeler. Tails failed. First time ever. Another land. Crash. Okay, so now they're going to go to 5, and once again they'll be in a position next turn where they need to chump block. Okay. Not sure what's happening here. 5 mana? Yeah, I'm not sure what they're pretending to have, because it doesn't make sense. Like, there's no card for 5 mana that they would cast there. Saga's not active. Oh, is it dig through time? It's dig. I think I'm supposed to just hardcast Force. If they have a Pyro, this is the first Pyroblast target we're giving them. Yep. So we do have the Soul Guide from stopping them from executing the combo on us. I don't think we're supposed to crack it to draw a card unless like we're in a situation where our constructs die. Like if they find like a main deck Hercules or something, we probably want to try to force that. I wanted some 2 cards here. Okay, Dig Through Time is resolved, and now it's Twinless Twins' turn. So they can get 1 blocker from Saga, but that's not enough, so they're going to need to do something else here. Possibly another Dragon Rage Channeler as a chump blocker, plus Saga. That would keep them alive. Alright, so they're 4 colors. We got some additional info out of them. So now I'll probably board in Bolt for Lavinia. Yeah. They probably have a Hercules in the main deck that they're tutoring for here. Alright, I'm supposed to let that go. If they have a Needle with the Saga, that could be bad for me. I think our opponent's going to try to get a Needle here. And then kill us with Breach. They're certainly playing tight. Okay, so they got Lotus. They just need Breach, Brain Freeze. You have it? And cost. Alright, so Luris. They can sacrifice the Lotus, play Luris, replay Lotus. Sure. Yep. We still have lethal if our opponent only has Luris here. I think that they might have Breach in hand, but no way to get Brain Freeze. No, okay, so they don't have Brain Freeze, or they don't have Breach apparently. Or they're just slow rolling me. Channeler, okay. Ooh, tight play. Yeah, that has to go. That was a good play by the opponent. I lost another coin flip, okay. Needle. Oh, I don't think Needle actually names anything good against them. Does... Deck feeding, maybe? Oh, they can't be playing deck. They're a Luris deck. That's so dumb. Ah. We're gonna pretend I didn't do that. That was so dumb. Ah. That's literally a free... That's a blank piece of cardboard now. I guess it makes her construct a 6/6, but that was just stupid. I'm gonna name Dragavan so they can't dash. Forecast Force. You have a Pyroblast? They do. Alright. So they need land MOCs Breach. Not feeling good about this. Another chump blocker. I think they might be on the I hope Mana Crypt kills you plan, and it's working. And I messed up here because they got a free scry out of that. I'm just messing up all over the place. If I lose this game, it's my own fault. So they have to top deck here. I have not played this game well. There's no reason for me to tinker there before I attack. Please don't be Breach. Oh my god. Oh, my misplay just cost me game number 1. Oh. Wow. Ugh. They have ending in their deck. I can't believe that. I mean, it's my own fault. Alright. It's disappointing. I mean, I could have played better. Okay. Just have to focus on the next two. Definitely want the Soul Guide. What do I take out here? I wonder if it's like Twister. Yeah, I don't hate that. I have to play better. I can't just be giving away wins like that. Our opponent played very well. So props to them. I played very poorly there. They played to their outs and they hit. Meanwhile, I played very sloppily because I thought I was so far ahead and just got punished. Can't be doing that. Could board in bolts. I just don't know what I would board out for bolts. Like, everything seems so good here. Like, I could take out, like, Mystical for a bolt. But, like, I would want bolts for primarily Lavinia, which Pyroblast covers. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick to the plan. I was just so excited about drawing Tinker that I just jammed it. Ugh. I think I need to ship this. Okay, this hand seems fine. I think it's that. Alright. Looking to draw MOCs on our turn. There's a channeler. Yep. I think I'm gonna let that go. I don't think I'm supposed to fluster a probe. Very good start for the opponent. Alright, I would like to draw Black Lotus. Now this fluster is significantly worse due to them being able to pay the cost. We drew the MOCs, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Unless we also hit off the Narset. Mana Crypt? So they're going to kill our Narset with the Dragon Rage. All they have to do is sack Lotus to give it Delirium. Our best draw is probably like a Hull Breacher, but we wouldn't have mana to do both. I just have to let that go, I think. Yeah, our opponent's draw was definitely very strong. 3 mana. Is this Will? Oh, okay, it's Breach. Yeah, I mean, we can't counter Breach. Black Lotus. They can sacrifice the Lotus for blue and Demonic Tutor. Alright, so Narset's going to die here. So this is an interesting spot. If I let them get Brain Freeze, they can fetch, and then they get to mill another for the escape. So Demonic goes back to the graveyard, Strand goes to the graveyard, 1 for escape, so that's 5. I think I'm supposed to fluster here. I almost feel like it's a trap too. I'll let it go. Because they have to pay mana for the Brain Freeze anyway. And then they can't fluster me back. Okay. So if they have a force, I think we're just dead, if I'm correct. Because a force would give them both a card to mill and a card to escape, which would be lethal, I believe. Right, so I have to counter the force. Now I can have 6, and they should still have lethal because they can buy back Lotus and then just buy back Brain Freeze. So they had a win through Fluster Pyro on turn 2. It's really good. I don't know why they switch phases. Yeah, they just have it. Alright, so my poor play in game number 1 cost me the match. I have to play better. It's simple. I can't be playing loose like that. 2 more rounds left to go. Let's just keep our head up one round at a time, one game at a time. See you in match number 4. All right, round number 4, and we are facing Canister, who typically plays Dredge. I mean, I can't ship this. Keep. We have a Force to protect the Tinker. Really just want to find a MOCs for turn 2. And I think we should get a basic here to avoid Wasteland. Top. Okay. That happens. We're still just looking to draw a MOCs on turn 2. Alright, Bizarre. Okay, Grief. Gonna pitch the Breacher. MOCs. Okay, it gives me another shot at a MOCs. I think I want the black source in case I draw like Demonic Tutor or something. Okay. MOCs. That'll do. Cast Tinker, Prey. That's a good one. Okay, so Mana Crypt, top. I don't need a time lock yet. Let's just draw a card. Okay, that's a good one. Full priority. You can resolve Ponder. Let's shuffle that. Okay, that's obviously good. Draw a card. Ancestral. Still have this Mana Crypt that I don't want in play. Let's just Tinker. We'll get the Time Vault. I wonder if I should just get Sapphire to guarantee the time lock. Okay. Get the Icarid. Alright, and Canister is going to concede. Whew. Got lucky there. We won the difficult game. Now we just have to get one of the next two. Alright. So we can take out Citadel. I don't like the wheels that much here, so I'm going to get rid of those. I don't like Narset. I think we keep in all of the artifacts. I like Fluster. We can get rid of Misstep and the Hercules. That's a clean 60. I don't think I want to board out the Breacher for any of the cards. Let's just submit this. All right. This seems fine to me. Canister going to 5. So, I mean, I don't want to think too far in advance, but something we can look into is we have 6 available mana here. I can Lotus, search up Fluster, time lock, vamp for Tinker, and then have a turn 2 Tinker with Fluster backup, I believe. Okay, they're down to 3 cards, 1 card, so I probably don't have to play around Force now, but the vamp is likely leaving our hand. I mean, we'd be really lucky if they took the merchant instead of the vamp, but I think it's vamp here. What do you got? So, I think either way we have Tinker. It doesn't matter what shooter they take, because we can get Mystical with the merchant, and that gets Tinker as well. I suppose they could take the Time Walk. Alright, well, they chose Vamp. Eber's good. We don't need the black mana anymore, so we can just use the MOCs to cast the Soul Ring. An island. Lotus. Like this for blue. Time Walk. Merchant Scroll. Mystical. Mystical. Tinker. Okay. I need to get rid of the jet. Sphinx. Now we pass. It's pretty tough for Dredge to beat Sphinx. And Canister's latest lists aren't playing Bridge, which makes it a lot easier on us. Okay. No hand. And a concession. Wow. All right. So we are now 3-1 with 1 round left to go. Don't go anywhere. All right. The 5th and final round. We were in 3rd place coming in. I think we're actually in with a loss, but I don't want to jinx it. Let's just try to get this round. We're facing Falcon Eye, and according to their Goldfish history, they play a lot of Bug and a lot of Shops. So they're likely on one of the two. So this hand is interesting in the fact that we have double wheel and double force, but I don't think this hand actually does anything meaningful, so I'm going to ship it. Not bad. I think I'm actually supposed to bottom the Narset. So I can play Saga on turn 2 and Demonic Tutor for Ancestral. Okay. So they're on Bug. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna tutor here. Okay. So they're looking for force off this misstep. Alright, so missteps on the stack, Brainstorm is resolved. Did they find it? They found force. Okay. So Ancestral is going to resolve. So I could get Lotus and play Breacher. I don't think that's like a super good plan here. I think I'm just going to get my own Ancestral. Mox. Waste hurts. Yep. Yeah, I mean, this is a very good draw. Interesting that they took out the C and not this, the Urza Saga. Alright, well, they're just destroying all my lands. Okay. Still have 3 cards in hand. Draw. Tinka! Okay. So opponent still has 3. An Ancestral. I think I'm going to allow Endurance to happen, because next turn we have Tinker with Force backup. And they're going to leave it. Okay. They could have put my yard back. They chose not to. So I'm going to take 3 here. So I'm effectively casting Citadel from 12 life. It's going to be a little bit risky. Come on. Alright, time lock's good. So I think I'm actually going to time lock here, because this way Citadel's less likely to fail. Okay, now we can play Soul Guide. Okay. We're at 12. This isn't a guaranteed win by any means. Taking a force out of the deck isn't bad. I'm going to sack the MOCs because the Soul Guide can draw a card to clear the top for Citadel. So I want to go to 9 to play Narset. I think the answer is yes. So this Twister is one-sided because of the Narset. So we're going to go to 6. All right. Just trying to figure out how I want to play this. I don't think I want to play the Needle. Okay, so we have Time Vault now. Do we have it? So if I sack this for blue, Time Vault, Vamp will put me to 3. Big key. Go to 2. Infinite turns. Okay, so now we can just pass. Our opponent might make us kill them. Okay. So they're asking me if I want to search before I make a Saga. Is there any downside to me going to 1 here? I don't think so. Just make a creature. Alright, we can play the MOCs. Let's untap the vault. Big wheel. Play MOCs for free. MOCs for free. Probe. Paying the blue. We have an Oko. Cast Breacher. Might as well play the Needle. Okay. Alright. So let's just start off by untapping the Time Vault. Take an extra turn. Attack, and then do the same thing next turn. Okay. Draw. And just attack. Opponent's trying to get us to run our clock down, which I completely understand. No fault to the opponent. Alright, so Bug can't really beat Sphinx, so we want that. Alright, we want those cards. Get rid of that Bolt. I'm sorry, that Hurkyl's not Bolt. Soul Guide can leave. I think we boarded out the wheels last time because they have Leos. Alright, so we still have 3 cards that need to leave the deck. We definitely sided out 1 Breacher last time. I think we sided out Citadel. What was the last card? Do we go down to 2 Breacher? We might have. Alright, let's do this. So in my opinion, it's either Breacher 3 or Fluster 4. But Fluster hits Trophy, their own Flusters and Forces, Force of Vigor, you know, Ancestrals, all that good stuff. I think we might have ordered out Will last time. Because they have Endurance. Yeah, let's do that. Let's bring the Breacher back. They have Breachers, or I'm sorry, they have Endurance and Death Rates, so I don't think Will's great here. So we've opened up Sphinx. That said, we also have Hull Breacher. I think I'm actually going to keep this. We can look to maybe brainstorm the Sphinx back or even hardcast it. I mean, we're only 3 mana away, right? Let's go. Okay. Open up Ancestral twice. Jeez. No fun. I think I'm supposed to just pass here. Death rate's fine. I think I want a Mystical for Ancestral. No point in getting Tinker when we have this Sphinx. Okay. What's the pause? Okay. On my upkeep, you have an effect. If they force a Vigor, we can... Okay. So we're going to Flash and Breacher. And if they force this, we Fluster both. Alright, and I'm not going to fight over a MOCs. Alright, I will just cast the Ancestral here. I think we need to hit the land. Alright. We got 2 forces out of it. So we're probably a little bit behind here, if I had to guess, because like this Sphinx is a dead card. And now we're about to be set back by the Wasteland. They might have Endurance here if I try to swing with the Breacher. Brutal. Okay. So they have an out to Sphinx in their deck. Alright. Need to draw a land next turn. They still have 2 cards in hand. Yep, and there's the Borrower. Gonna Force a Vigor my Saga, let's go. Are you thinking about it? What's happening here? There's like no reason to cast Force of Vigor there. Alright, so we're on a 4-turn clock right now. So our back's up against the wall. We're gonna have to draw a wall to get out of this. One has 3 cards. That was not a good rep. Alright. Yep. I'm not even sure how we get out of this. Okay. Yep. We're going to 11. Death rate will put us to 9. Interesting. You're gonna hardcast Force of Vigor? They are. Sure. Alright, let's go to game 3. I'm not gonna waste time trying to claw back into this one. If I had 2 Tinker targets that game, I honestly would have been better off. I think I'm gonna leave it with just the Sphinx. I think I could have mulliganed that hand, but I thought the hand was fine. We didn't really draw out of having the Sphinx in our hand. Our opponent opened up the Ancestral 2 games in a row. I'm not trying to make excuses, but like their draw was better because they had Ancestral. So that made it a little bit more of an uphill battle. And they edged us out on a few crucial turns because of having those extra cards. So let's just, you know, play tight, try to get this third one. Turn 1 Tinker. I think I'd rather ponder looking for Luster. Or even Force. Alright. Ponder. Keep. Alright, so we're going to have Force Misstep back up next turn. If it's just like a Death Ray, I'm going to let that go. Sure. Alright, so they're on 6 cards. Get rid of the Sapphire. Alright. Now we have to stop Brazen Borrower. Sure. Okay. Get in there with Sphinx. Feeling pretty good about this right now. Still worth it to make a 3-3 here. Flashing in Breacher I don't think is that important. It's our pitch card for Force. What we really want to find is a Flusterstorm. Sure. Okay. Perfect. Alright. I don't think we can lose this now. No point in attacking with the Construct because it gives them a creature to put in the graveyard. We don't want to put any creatures in the graveyard because that would buy them an extra turn. Okay, so they're going to pass into combat. I'm going to take whatever attack this is. Okay. Alright, so now they're down to 3 cards. We have triple backup at the moment. They have 3 cards in hand. And this, by attacking with the Death Rites, they actually shut off part of the mana that they would have needed to protect from Flusterstorm on Brazen Borrower. Alright, take our draw here. Sure. Alright, so all we have to do is attack. Sure, let's just Fluster the Dig Through Time, it's free. Alright, so we are now locked into top 8. We were 3 seed coming in. We're going to either be 2 or 3 before top 8 starts. Stick around. 3 more matches to go, hopefully. Welcome to the top 8. We're on the draw. Our opponent's most likely playing Doomsday, if I had to guess, based on their Goldfish history. And we've opened up a hand that's not very good in the matchup. I'm going to ship this. I think it's just not really what we want to be doing. This hand is significantly better. I will be keeping this. I think we just get rid of the Probe. Yeah, I think I like the... It's either the Probe or the Vamp, but the Vamp can get Demonic, or can get Tinker. Alright, I'm just gonna do this, I think. I want the information. Underworld Breacher is very good in this matchup. Alright, well, it's not Doomsday. Okay. So this Probe is going to be good for info. If I had to guess, they're probably getting Ancestral here, but I don't know. Okay. Am I dead? Interesting that they didn't get Tinker. They just have Citadel. Okay, well that explains why they didn't get Tinker. We're gonna have to get really lucky here, I think. Okay. I'm gonna let it go. There's a chance that I get punished for not casting Breacher in response if they have a force on top, but I want to try to get the treasures. And if they play like a Preordain or a Ponder or something. Alright, I'm gonna flash in Breacher now. Because I don't want them picking up a force off the Narset. Okay. Oh, main deck swords? Oh, that's brutal. We just lost. Alright. Game 2. So that was rough. Alright, we want these Pyros. Needle's not very good here. We can get rid of those. I've been told that I should leave in 1 Hercules now because of the constructs. That was just a really tough game. We needed that Breacher to do more damage. Alright, so we're down a game. It happens. I'm glad we didn't keep our 7, though. That hand was really bad. Just gonna have to draw ball and play tight to get these next 2. Okay, on the play for game number 2. This hand's too risky. We have to ship that down to 6. I think we get rid of the Narset. Maybe it's Time Vault. Alright. Gonna try to resolve the Ancestral in their upkeep. Fetch. Please resolve. I think our chances of winning just went right down the drain. That hurt. Yep. Come on, deck. Lotus? Yeah, that's not bad either. So we don't have Ancestral. I think I just passed. Like, this Merchant Scroll's not very good. Maybe I should have bottomed the scroll instead of the Time Vault. Okay. Perfect. Thank you, deck. I think I just have to pass here. We're gonna get a construct, yep. Now we're so far behind. We can Merchant Scroll up the Hercules, but we need to draw mana so we can protect it. Alright, still waiting on this Urza to resolve. Alright, so they got Black Lotus. We'll take 4 here, going to 15. They have hypothetical lethal next turn if they had a bunch of artifacts in hand, but our back's up against a wall. A bad draw. I mean, our opponent's also free to just like crush us this turn because we have no interaction. Alright, we're at 7. Another Saga, we're screwed. Okay. So I think we want to Hercules now. And that's going to do it. Alright, so unfortunately we have been eliminated from this event. I feel like we didn't draw very well compared to our opponent in top 8. Like, I don't know if there's a whole lot I could have done in either game, but it is what it is. Sometimes, you know, the cards don't fall the right way. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Still fairly happy with the top 8, but obviously wishing for more. Keep storming. Have a great day. Hey, Bryant Cook here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, but also follow the social media channels down below. If you want to support this content directly, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/shop. And if you need a little bit of assistance with the Epic Storm to get to that next level, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/tutoring. Don't worry, there's more great content coming right up.